Now, it's important for me to produce work that's 100% complete. And in answering the question of why lowly characters, always will have the best odds of winning, you got to understand that it is impossible. But here, we're going to do it on a couple of bases, and that's it. Now, while we all understand characters like Superman and how he was born from a barn, and literally like his spaceship crashed into a field, and he was raised on a farm, okay? But on the other end of that spectrum, you also have, so, I mean, yeah, they both fight for evil, or, but still, like Superman, he was raised way more humble. He was literally, it was Kansas. He was raised on a farm in Kansas, and Batman had infinite tools to get any substance, any item, anything. He could get anything already. So, how come they still both fight evil? How come they have been through the ringer completely different, but ended up at the same door, knocking on it, hoping to be let into this, good world that they're trying to create? But no matter the perspective you're going to look at the situation, it's always going to be a little bit twisted because they've got twisted backstories. They've got twisted reasons to do what they do. But that's the thing. Do they? Do they? Because from a perspective that I'm here looking at, and I hear a lot of other people look at, is that they both experience problems in their lives, in their worlds. Damn, they were both in two different cities when they grew up. They lived in two completely different worlds. And so you ask the question of who's better, who's worse, but they're doing the exact same thing because realistically they've had the same thing happen to them in their life that they're trying to turn around, and it's these problems, whether that's Zod or that's the Jonkler. But now, in recognizing that they have problems that they're trying to fix, what what the hell are the antagonists doing? Yeah, I mean, yeah, it looks bad from where we're standing, but like, what the fuck, What are they? At least if they're a good one. What did Thanos do? What did? I mean, better yet, forget that. Why did Thanos do? Why did Pontius Pilate do? It's clear to me they were saving their own skin. That's scary, dude. If I'm gonna vote somebody out, I'm gonna vote the person out who's gonna keep me in the race, so I can stay alive. Right? That's at least that's how I act. So, and that's realistically how all of these characters are acting, just based on perspective. And so, at that point, is it too hard to see how Superman can understand Doomsday? Is it? Because, I mean, only one's going home. And, yeah, I mean, if you're human, Superman, woo! But if you're an evil rock creature, I don't know what Doomsday's guys are. His goons are probably rooting him on. And yeah, yeah, that's an entire different world. A world that Batman and Superman don't have to even dare put consciousness towards that because they know they have their own world to worry about and their own shit to deal with. If it's on 100% towards that, then realistically, is it ever 100%? And it always tends to seem like these characters, whether you're good or evil, it always seems like this battle is eternal. But why? Why is it? Why does it seem so everlasting? Hmm? Is it? Yeah. Is it the person's problem that's doing, or is it these external forces that is well, being done? And does something like that even matter whenever you have laser eyes that can melt people and batarangs that explode? And to be honest, I hope not. I hope they are worried about bigger problems than worrying about where their problems are coming from. Because that's the thing, like we see in their stories, no matter where they go, this evil follows them. They don't have to it is naturally filtered into their lives by whatever. But still, this evil is consistently showing up. And our characters, our protagonists, are consistently fighting. Well, or could it just be that in comparison to the people that are, they are way more powerful and they recognize that and they use it? Is it that whenever something does go wrong, it is their fault because they do have the power to overcome that? And simply choosing not to is choosing to fail. And they're consistently not making the choice to fail. They want to win. And so maybe it is that these heroes were truly just meant, meant or destined to be our saviors. Is it that every single day they chose to wake up and save us? Is it that difference? Is it the perspective from not us but their stories, and how there were probably people in their lives where they wish they could go and just spend all day every day with them and never have to look back, but they consistently looked back to, well, hold our hand, and carry us forward. And so, with understanding how much noise is in the space of figuring out why, is realistically, is all that noise pointless in the face of what they do, which is fight? I mean, yeah, from whatever perspective, but they fight every day, every time they need to, or they die, and that's how it is. And so I could run around why all day, but never truly understand how. And so instead, by looking at what they do and how they do it, by fighting, whether that is Batman fighting Joker, or whether that's Thanos fighting the Avengers, because Thanos, once you clear off all the clutter, all the noise around him, how he was evil and how he committed genocide, you see a man whose people were dying, including him. and he saw how it is. And yeah, there were ways around it, but that's we don't know what it was like on Titan. We don't know what was going through. We don't know what his life was like, bro. We don't. And we're gonna pretend like we do? No. I'm not gonna put 100% of focus towards that. Whatever 100% of my focus is, should be way more devoted to what they do and the shockwaves that leaves in their stories. And in recognizing that there is a question of why these lowly, no lives have the highest chance in getting what they want, seeing it from the perspective of them, you recognize, or you at least begin to recognize, that it's by their choice in their lives and in their world. It's because they're choosing to use their power. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll hit you again soon with another one.